To the LAX airport just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Rolling to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking downfield for Jones. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington. Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He's checking. Crash.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. There's the stiff arm. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold
and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is caught. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Chargers 14, Packers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Breaks a tackle, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll run it with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second down at 5.
Ricky. No.
Herbert off of play action. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Allen! In today's NFL, we're talking about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Watch the pass. 51.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down at the 28. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, Mike 50.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 30. 10. good. 5. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 42. Packers 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Rodgers' throw here taken in by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rodgers to throw once more. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's fourth down.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. I'm coming after you. Check 24, check 24.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. It's Herbert. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, Mike, trap 60.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.